everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rebecca and Rebecca. I'm Rebecca Yager from Dallas, Texas. My partner in books and in crime and in quirky things, Rebecca Reed, joins us from Indiana. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you? Oh my goodness, I don't know what my voice just did right there. That was very strange. Try that again. Hello, Rebecca. How are you?
Doing well. It's funny that we start out this way because this episode of Rebecca and Rebecca is quite different. And quirky, I used in the intro. We're being quirky today and we're being fun and we're being different.
Yes.
We thought it would be fun for June, and we will explain what we're doing later in June and so why we're having this fun episode shortly. But we thought it would be fun to revisit some of the authors that have been so kind to give of their time to join us at Rebecca and Rebecca in the past. And we want to ask them what do readers don't know about them? Something new, and it could be funny, it could be quirky, it could be silly. And then we also asked them if they wanted to provide an inspirational quote. And so we heard from a few of our previous authors. And most of these are really, really fun. So we thought we'd share with you stuff you may not have known about some of your favorite authors. So here we go.
All right, we're going to start with Michelle Shockley. And Michelle says, I was not a very good student in school. In fact, I received several F's on report cards. What I discovered many years later is that I have something called dyscalculia. Not the easiest thing to say, which is a learning disability associated with numbers, math, directions, etc. I don't mind having it now, but as a child it made me feel stupid. I hated school. I doubt any of my teachers thought I would one day be an award-winning author. Thankfully, God had plans for me that couldn't be changed. The familiar words in Jeremiah 29:11 may have been spoken about Israel, but they are true for us too. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future.
That's such a great verse, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Well, Creston Mapes, who was our first male author that we ever had on the show, chimed in as well. And an unusual thing you may not know about Creston is since 2008, I have held a part time job as an usher at Gas South Arena in Atlanta. This fun hobby job has allowed me to see all kinds of world class concerts, sporting events, and shows. The venue seats 12,500. And back when I started, Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber still played there. I've worked shows from Cher and Dolly Parton to Kid Rock and James Taylor, also Sugarland, Luke Bryan, Eric Church, Carrie Underwood, Paul McCartney, Michael Bublé, Andrea Bocelli, Ed Sheeran, Need to Breathe, Toby Mac, Third Day, etc. Also, Ringling Brothers Circus, Cirque du Soleil, Disney on Ice, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Gladiators Hockey, Vibe Volleyball, etc. Wow. Yeah, quite a lineup to be able to see all those is pretty cool. Creston has a verse that he likes, and it's First Timothy 2:7. Oh, it might be Second Timothy. Now I feel embarrassed. Anyway, it's a familiar one. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Is that Second Timothy 1:7? I think it is chapter
I
1.
don't know. I didn't.
Anyway, and Kristen also has a new book coming out this summer called Who is My Neighbor? And Michelle has a book coming out this fall too. We'll throw the cover up on that one. So, all right.
Okay, so our our next our next contestant, no, we're not a game show. Our next reminiscent, quirky, whatever, interesting thing that readers might not know is from Gabriel Meyer, who, if you recall, has a time travel series that we just adored.
Mhm.
Um, and so this says something interesting that my readers might not know about me is that I live less than a mile from where I was born. And I'm the fifth generation of my family to live in my hometown. My great niece was just born a couple weeks ago, and that makes her the seventh generation to live here. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy? Seventh generation. That's wild. She also has a new release every hour until then, and it just came out not too long ago. Um, so that's something that you'll definitely want to pick up if you're a what is it? Time crossers. That's what it's called. Not time travel, time crossing. That's what
Mhm.
she calls it. So
All right. Our next guest is Liz Tolsma. And Liz says, one funny, quirky thing about me is that I love to play this one certain game on my phone. It's called Cooking Diary, and you have to cook and deliver orders to customers before time runs out. It may not sound very relaxing, but to me it is. And the thing is, I'm good at it because I've been playing it for a long time, over 7 years, I think. When I get stressed out or just need to take a break from writing or editing, I'll play a few levels of it and then I'm ready to get back to work. I don't think I've ever told anyone this before, so that's one quirky thing about me. And as you know, Liz writes pretty serious World War II type novels, so I can see why she needs relaxation. Anyway, her newest release is When the Sky Burned. Wow.
sounds great.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, our next guest is one of my favorite genres, speculative fiction. She writes a science fantasy series that we reviewed, and she had just had another one come out in that as well not too long ago, E.A. Haney. I think one thing my newer readers may not know about me is that I used to be a wedding photographer. Many people know I do headshots, but before that, I did family and wedding photography. And to add on to that, I used to draw with the help of my super talented dad. I think all of these things have not only helped me as a book cover designer, but also as a writer, since I tend to see things as I write, which to me makes the descriptions more vibrant for my readers.
Yeah, I can see that. And to give credit to Emily, she did the Rebecca and Rebecca photos that are on our website.
That's true.
So all good credit there. All
Yes.
right. Next, we have Becca Kinzer. We interviewed Becca on her debut release of Dear Henry Love Edith. And Becca says, I used to enjoy and have a lot more courage doing plays and musicals when I was younger. My two favorite roles I performed were Kim McAfee in Bye Bye Birdie when I was a senior in high school, and then a very pregnant Minnesotan hairdresser in my college's Christmas program my freshman year. She says, these days I'd much rather come up with zany characters from the safety of my laptop. But I could see Becca doing some acting there.
Yes, she is hilarious in person. Just, if you think her books are funny, she's just the same in person as her characters in her books, I think. She's amazing. I love Becca.
Yeah, Becca's great.
Not to
So,
mention that her name is amazing.
well, of course, that's right. We had the three Rebeccas
We
on
did.
when she was
Yeah.
on our show. Yes, we do love the name Becca.
Yes, and she just had a new release too.
She did.
Um,
We'll
she's
throw
had
up the
two
cover.
books. She's had two books come out.
Yes, and she's getting ready to do the cover reveal of her fourth book, which is due
Ooh.
next year. So,
Yay.
yeah, we're very proud of Becca's success here.
Hmm.
Okay, our final two offerings were videos. We asked the authors to share however and whatever medium they wanted to, and so Paula Peckham who writes westerns. She did Protected, which was in Texas, by the way, and has written a whole series from the Protected book. Sent us a video, and so take a listen and a watch.
Hey, friends, my quirky thing is weird, and I'd love to know from somebody in the medical field whether this is strange or normal. But if I press on my neck on this side, like you're taking your pulse, it makes my eardrum flutter, or it feels like it on the opposite. And it'll do the same thing from here. If I press on this one flutters. I don't know why it does that. Another thing you might not know about me is I know how to play the trumpet. I was in marching band in high school, so that was my deal, a band nerd. And one last thing, even though writing, editing, formatting, all that good stuff is my full-time job now, I spent 19 years in the classroom with sophomores in high school teaching math, which I enjoyed. Anyway, glad to see you again.
Oh, that was fun. I do believe we talked about her teaching when she was on our show.
I was a band nerd too.
So you were, what did you play?
I played the flute.
Oh, wow.
I
Oh, that's
still play the flute. I still play for church and things. So
you did.
yeah,
Okay. Things I didn't know.
yeah,
We've just discovered. Well, pay attention to that because, we interview you. There's your flute case.
yeah.
Because we're going to interview you next. But wait, let's finish. We have one more video, and this is from the lovely and talented Deborah Rainey, one of my favorite people in the world. And she sent us a video also, which just had me laughing so hard because I've known Deb for a long time, yet she shared something new and interesting that I didn't know. And while I'm here, we're going to mention Deb's new books. It's called Who Stirs Up the Sea? And it's part of a series she has. And the first one was Who Touches the Mountains? And in August, Who Stirs Up the Sea will be her book. And let me see if I can get her movie up.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Deborah Rainey et je parle un peu français. Mais j'espère que vous trouverez mes livres dans votre bibliothèque locale. And if you think that I am fluent in French, I am not. If you are fluent in French, you know that. But I am fluent in another language, Pig Latin. Pig Latin, being able to speak it fluently is one of the secrets that you might not know about me. And I learned to speak Pig Latin because it was the secret language that my parents spoke at the dinner table when they didn't want us to know what they were talking about. And I remember one night we all begged my dad to teach us the secret of how to speak that language. And so he taught us, which did not make my mother very happy because now she had no way to talk to him when there was something they wanted to talk about in private, when 5 kids were lurking around. I'll demonstrate just a little bit of my incredible skill in being able to speak Pig Latin. I may aimne is he everyday anyway, and hey I he am he a iction fe eider ray, I he eit ray immensway fiction ischan crate iction fe, and hey I he of lay adding hey an ebthray of omance ray to ute I may ovels nay. I'm a little rusty in case you couldn't tell, but I do speak quite fluently and I understand Pig Latin when other people speak it. Unfortunately, my husband does not share in this wonderful bilingual talent of mine, and so I speak Pig Latin usually to my dad and my sisters and brother. But that is one little secret that you might not have known about me, and now I'm sure you are most impressed. Have a great day.
I remember practicing Pig Latin as a kid, don't you?
I kind of remember, yeah, there was a big phase where everybody was trying to do it. I don't know that I was all that great at it, personally. I'm
Well,
good at other languages, but that one did not work out so well.
now you know an expert, and that would be
I
Deborah
know.
Rainey.
When I see her next time, I'm going to have her speaks Pig Latin to me.
But anyway, we hope you enjoyed some of these funny, quirky things from our authors that have been previous guests for us. We are so appreciative of their time and that they came back and were willing to share more fun things with them,
Yes.
with us.
And
With
with us, and with you. And we're so proud of that they're still all putting books out there for us to read, and they're great books as well. So
yeah, so quite fun. So yeah, keep an eye out for more books from them, and you never know what's going to pop up here on Rebecca and Rebecca, especially here in a couple of weeks. We got something fun, Rebecca.
Do all my faces.
Yes, because it is all about the author we will have visiting us is named Rebecca Reed.
Oh.
And she's written a fabulous book called Winning the Twins' Heart, and it's a sweet contemporary romance. And of course, guess what? It has horses in it.
It does.
You do that. Anyway, we thought it'd be fun, Rebecca, to spotlight your books and your writing.
Well, I
And
appreciate it. Thank you.
we,
It's been fun, and I hope that, I hope that it's a better book than the first one. That's my goal, right? To write a better book the next time. So hopefully they just keep getting better and better and better.
and not that the first one was bad. Don't loving the rodeo
No, I'm
queen.
not saying it was
First one.
bad, but it's like it's not the first book I've ever written, so there's that too. So yeah.
No, good books, and it is kind of part of a series, or the characters carry over from one book to another, but you can read them out of order. But it is nice to know the history, of course, of some of these characters, because your main characters in book one of Loving the Rodeo Queen are part of book two, Winning the
Yes,
Twins' Heart.
they are
So
there.
join us in a couple of weeks as we interview the lovely and talented Rebecca Reed right here on Rebecca and Rebecca. Meanwhile, we appreciate you joining us today. Please find us on Instagram at Rebecca and Rebecca Reviews. Our website is rebeccaandrebecca.com. You think I
Rebecca.
forgot our website?
Yeah, well, that's been a theme of the day. So, yes, please do. And comment, like, subscribe so you don't miss anything, and then share it with your friends too. If you think there's people in your life who would enjoy chatting books with us or listening to us chat about books, then please share. We would really appreciate it.
Yep, we sure do. And we respond to every comment and every question. And please be in touch with us. Meanwhile, thank you for joining us on a fun, quirky day, just revisiting some of our authors that we've had on before. And maybe you learned something new about your favorite author. If you did, tell us. We
Yeah.
want to hear about it. And meanwhile, join us in a couple of weeks for our interview with Rebecca Reed. And then in July, we will be talking to Barbara Ellen Fox about a book, Many Lives Ranch. And there's quite a bit of depth to that book too. We really enjoyed it. So yeah, join us. We got lots of fun stuff coming this summer as we carry on. So
All right.
yeah, thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.